when it comes to the talent on this year's Tennessee football team, who better to tell us what's good and who's bad than EA Sports? And we just found out that you did the ratings for Tennessee in '98 for EA Sports?
In the 90s, up into the early 2000s.
So if you didn't like
That's why they got rid
Tennessee
of
was
the
graded,
game
Or Jimmy Himes.
Jimmy Himes is in the game.
yeah.
Never played it.
He's in the game. All right, Tennessee, knowing that their players' grades will be in the college football 26 game, the EA hasn't released the grades yet, but Tennessee put out their top 6 players. All right, no surprise, the top, Bru McCoy, cornerback, is the highest rated Vol at 94 on a scale of, 99, I guess. So 94, he was their highest. Not surprised by that. Again, I would feel better about it if he weren't coming off an ACL tear.
Bingo.
Next, second best player on the team, tight end Miles Kitselman with a 90 grade. Reactions?
Solid. I think
I love that.
I think he's changed his his future with last year. He's one of the most productive returning tight ends in the league. So yeah, it makes some sense.
I asked Miles that question last week at our sports fest. I said 90, and he said should have been higher. Of course it is. Of course it should have been Miles.
Defensive end Josh Josephs is an 89. He's the third guy on the list.
I like him.
I
think he's into a big year.
all the stock in Joshua Josephs this year.
Okay, next. You had 3 guys tied at 87. All right. Now, let me get 2 of these first. Cornerback Boo Carter, cornerback Ricky Gibson, both 87, which means of your top 6 players, 3 of them are cornerbacks. Thoughts? We've been talking for years that your secondary is a question mark.
Good on
now
you,
your
Willie Martinez.
3 best players.
Well, last year everybody
3 of your
thought that it
best
was
are
going to be. Everybody thought that was going to be the end up flat tire that was going to cost Tennessee a lot of the positioning or the hopes of contending for a national championship, but it turned into a real luxury. And those 3 guys, one of which both wanted money. One of them said I needed more to stay. The other one made it very public he needed more money. So good on the secondary and good on Willie Martinez for finding some players that can stick around.
McCoy was better than I thought he'd be.
Far
last year.
better.
Yeah.
Okay, that leaves me with the other guy who had an 87. Running back Star Thomas. Now, they have seen more of him. They saw him at Duke, so whoever that's an who does the grading now. I figured they had their own team. Maybe they're farming it out to some guy at Duke to grade the former Duke guy. And if they're just hiring schlubs like you, that doesn't give me great trust in it.
I didn't last long.
But I mean, the Star Thomas thing, I don't hear a lot of people talking about Star Thomas being your starting running back this year.
No.
Much less the tied for the 4th best player on the team with an 87.
And then Bishop and Lewis with 84 grades. So it's not like they were basically tied or it's all of them very same rating. So there's a little bit of a gap there. I do think they're going off of production. So, yeah, I was surprised by that. It's actually not the most surprising grade. I guess we can get to that.
What's your most surprising?
Shamurroff. He's the 2nd highest rated offensive lineman for Tennessee. So
Well, it'd be cool if he starts.
well, and maybe that's an indication that they think he's going to start at right guard, but higher than Lance Hurd, who you expect to have a better year in year 2. Even obviously David Sanders, Wendell Moy Jr. Wendell Moy Jr. is the highest rated offensive lineman, but man, Umaroff 2nd, that surprised me.
All right.
Wow.
Any other last?
I have a feeling.
takeaways?
I have a feeling, when they start sending out during the season, as somebody who does play this game occasionally, they send up updates through the system so that it will adjust the grading as the season goes. I think we should bookmark a couple of these ratings, and then we should compare and contrast when we get a couple of weeks into the season and see where we were.
We may need to do that on the Sports Source Digital Network.